Manipulation Thursday. Welcome to another day of manipulation in the stock market. Everything is manipulated. Just look at the way they pushed Tesla all the way up to 537 in the pre-market. In the pre-market of yesterday, they pushed it up to 537. There is no retail investors, no mom and pops, no institutional financial market buying up at this level. All it is day traders, hedge funds, and whoever is controlling this market, pushing it to these extreme levels. And I have no idea who's doing it, but I can speculate. If you can look at it, everything is doing these type of push, and now is doing the flush. But if you look at all the gurus, stock investors, day traders on the internet, people like Warrior Trading. All they do is they teach the push. The push. Everybody learn how to do the push. Wait for the push. Wait on a breakout with increasing volume and get in and just continue to add share and push. And the algorithm sees it and they get in because the algorithms are written on push. So they're just written on getting in, and as a fundamental technician, as a technical analysis trader like myself, getting in on the push is chasing, and you don't chase because chasing is just it's just not something you are familiar with and comfortable with, because chasing is when things can reverse and you can get hurt a lot. But nowadays, everything is based on the push. Everything is based on the chase. And they manipulate all the way up to this level. It's so extreme. I mean, Tesla was so super strong all the way up above 500. If you include the pre-market, it was all the way up to 537, which was, I was saying, is a capitulation top with a huge wick. This is a capitulation top candle. And I should have played it correctly, but it's so hard to play because of the push. The manipulator, whoever's doing this can just continue to push it. And it was showing on this fake rally back to 500. This is when I should have sold long-term calls, bought a whole bunch of puts, and just hold on to it yesterday, and made quite a bit of money today if I held on to it. Now now it's like, what do you do? It's at a new level. You just gotta wait it out. But everything is manipulated. I mean, today I made $81, even though I was watching this and uh I was watching $81, even though at the time when I made it, you can see I sold calls. I didn't play any puts because of my lesson learned from yesterday was that playing the puts, I was putting myself up for a potential flush, and I would have been tricked or head fake or whatever. So I played correctly. However, E-Trade screwed me over by giving me a spread on each one of these transactions was a 2 points off, meaning this should have been 15, but instead it's 14. This should have been 12, 13, instead it's close to 14. So instead of making 2 to 300 for each one of these, 300 for each one of them, I end up losing 86 on this one, when at the time I was looking at it, was at up 200 something. And Amazon was down, 5, 6 points from where I had made the initial trade and cover on these calls, down 5, 6 points, yet I lost 86. So I should have been up at least 1,500 on my normal day, maybe 1,200, at least 1,000. Instead, I'm up $81, and I didn't realize it until I looked at it after the fact, I looked at my gains, it was 81, and then I looked at the spread, and it was like it was so big on these options, and it threw me off guard. And also the other thing was Amazon was showing so much strength, and I missed all this sell off. I should have held on to the calls, but it was showing so much strength when the QQQ was selling off. It was just holding. Amazon was just holding. It was like they knew my calls. They knew I was holding these calls. I sold these calls. It's like, how do they know, and how do they just hold on to it until I get out and then it sell off? It's like, it's almost unbelievable that it almost feel like every time that they know what you're doing, and then they're gonna wear you out and give you false signal. It's all just giving you false signal. Like yesterday, um, I was playing for a return to VWAP, and it just continues strength. It was like, how is it possible? I mean, it should have gone back to VWAP. They should have sold off yesterday. Should have some sellers selling this off yesterday on fear of today's correction, but no sold off. Is that they bought it up? Didn't make any sense. It's fake. This is all fake strength, so they can set you up, and then the pre-market is already down so much that if you try to get in on the first candle, the spread was like 3, 4. I mean, I was watching on the first candle, is like the spread was so big that any execution you make is 300 to 400, you know, down off the bat. You're giving, here you see the commission fee is $5, but really, each one of these, well, if I did it right at the beginning, I would have given, 200, 300 to the market maker because the spread was so wide. So you gotta wait. And then when it got closer, I was thinking, okay, I can get in, but then gave me shitty. I mean, they did it on purpose, giving me shitty execution. And I think they know. I mean, this is kind of when this shows these type of signals in the future. I guess I would know that eventually it's gonna sell off because they put the spread intentionally wide, because they know they're in jeopardy of options trader making a shitload of money. So what they do is they put the spread so wide that you're afraid to trade the options, or you're down the hole on any option. You're down the hole 200 to 300 off the bat because the spread is so wide. But look at the VIX. I mean, this is a perfect example of another manipulation. The market was selling off or showing weakness. The VIX was barely up, and then it sold off. I was watching this, and it was like continue escalating, sold off, sell off. It's just shorts, or somebody is initiating this fast sell off by shorting it, hitting it with short, short, short until it hits the 5-day moving average. So once it hits the 5-day moving average, then you got this huge peak to peak rally. But this sell off should have never happened. I mean, on normal market condition, you would never get a sell off on the VIX when everything is down. Every indexes are down off the bat. It was showing weakness off the bat. And yet the VIX, I mean, the worst it should have been was, here, but then it continues. I mean, this is just a head fake. Goes below 100 moving average, went all the way below whatever, right? 37. I mean, and then it rallies, peak to peak. Yeah, I mean, peak to peak is just a manipulation tool of just, I don't know. I gotta play. I mean, these type of things you can't learn on a course. Anything you learn by buying courses online or from gurus, hedge fund managers, I mean, day traders promises you 100,000 returns a month, or a year, or whatever. It's all behind the curve. I mean, whatever you learn, the market is dynamic. It's going to change. Programs are going to be rewritten. Algorithms are going to be rewritten. Eventually, these type of scenarios or whatever, right? It's constantly changing and you got to adjust. So right now, it's all manipulation right now. You got to play everything based on head fakes and manipulation. 100% head fakes and manipulation. So tomorrow will be Manipulation Friday, which would probably not have, well, I don't know, because right now, the way things are going, Friday will be, it could be another push and flush. Who knows, right? You gotta play for the extreme. Whatever you play, you gotta play for the extreme. I'm pretty sure the bid and the ask is gonna be the same tomorrow. And I was thinking of playing, the stock, get in on the stock, but even then on Amazon, the bid and the ask was at least 5 to 7 points. So if you bought 100 shares, which is normally one option, if you bought 100 shares, you down 5 to 700 off the bat. So if you did a buy and a sell on the market, you pretty much lose 5 to 700. It's crazy. So you gotta do limit order, and I'm not familiar with doing limit order on both. You gotta do limit order on both the stocks and the options. So I hadn't seen this before, to be honest, where I'm getting shitty execution like this. But yeah, the game is always changing, so you gotta adjust accordingly. So tomorrow is gonna be Manipulation Friday.